CCS as a culture is extremely interesting. I mean, coming out of high school, being a freshman, coming to college, I mean, CCS of all places just seems like
kind of a paradox, I guess. Like, we're all artists, so we all kind of understand what each other are going through, and we can relate, yet we all come from different backgrounds and do different things.
It's not just one culture, you know, there's lots of cultures and then, like, many different people, so.
I didn't want to go to a school where I was going to, spend, time making art, but then not graduating and not getting anywhere with it. I wanted to go somewhere that was going to take me somewhere.
It's really pushed me really hard. Like, I've learned a lot, like, in just, like, one semester. I feel like I'm, like, twice as knowledgeable.
What I love most about my projects at CCS is that there's always, they always tie into something in my real life, and I try to make it so, it helps me find, who I am.
But the fact that I have to think on my own and come up with my own ideas most of the time is what inspires me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I've always been intrigued by photography. I started in the 8th grade with my little point and shoot camera with fake black and white film, just kind of taking pictures of my life. But the head of the photography department at my school back home, she really mentored me and really ushered me in and cared for me, and I felt like I was a part of the family over there, and I felt like I was really allowed to let my ideas and my creativity grow from that in a medium that felt really, it felt right. It felt like second nature to me. I kind of look at art as kind of a way of understanding what it is that we're all dealing with on this planet at the same time. It's how I cope, it's how I manifest, it's how I relate to people.
Ever since I was younger, I've been going to shows, and I started taking pictures of bands at the concerts, and that was when I first started really getting into photography. I mean, I've always been interested in art, and I've been shooting for a long time. I'm more abstract things, I guess, and I don't really as far as design goes, I'm really into repetition and patterns, and I can learn new things from it. It's oh, I can try that sometime, or that kind of thing. So it's good to be around it, just to look at it all the time.
I most definitely invent solutions to my problems. I did not want to sit behind a desk for the rest of my life. And if I did, I wanted to be doing something artistic, like maybe on the computer, but I couldn't see myself being a doctor, which I originally wanted to be, or a scientist or anything. I think logically, but I feel like an artist emotionally.
I was 12, I wanted to be a cartoonist. I guess to try to invent, something great that can change the world or change somebody's life. Everybody has their own style. No one draws the same way, thinks the same way.
I realized I wanted to major in arts in 8th grade, believe it or not. I wanted to go into fashion design, but then I changed my mind in high school to photography. The most unique thing about photography is that you can add more mediums than just photography. You can, draw on your photos, you can paint on your photos, you can put your photos on different objects. It's not limited at all.
It's just something I've been doing for a really long time. Nothing that I ever looked at oh, I'm doing photography. I would just have disposable cameras in my hand and just shooting. It just came naturally, I guess. Even when I'm frustrated or sad and it shows in my work, it's more of an emotion that the viewer gets from it.
to be a fine artist to me, I am learning, I guess is anything that you can see, taste, touch, work with.
Go.
My name is Samantha Angiulo. I am from Tucson, Arizona. I am majoring in photography with a minor in fine arts.
I'm Josh Laub, and my major is graphic design, and I'm from Rochester Hills, Michigan.
My name is Alexandra Elise Coma. I'm a photography major, and I'm from Grosse Pointe, Michigan.
Alexia White, photography, Northville, Michigan.
I'm Greg Jackson. I'm a product designer, and I'm from Washington, D.C.
I'm Christian Najjar. I'm a photo major, and I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
I'm Bernard Lindemann. My major is fine arts, and I come from Chesterfield, Michigan.